Team Diamonds just dropped in Madden 24, and there's a lot to cover as well as talk about regarding what you gotta be doing with the new content in game. Now, Solstice family, and welcome back to another Madden 24 video. Hope you watching this are having a wonderful day. Hope you have a great weekend, and without further ado, let's get it started. Now, if you didn't know, Team Diamonds is definitely a community favorite program in Madden 24, where EA Sports gives out 32 players to 32 different teams, as well as 2 masters in this game. And as you can see, the players are making me feel kind of old because some of these are OGs from back in my day. Le'Veon Bell, one of my favorite NFL players of all time. Jimmy Graham, the first ever Saints jersey I got, and then he got traded the next season. So there's a 92 overall player for every single team, and then there's also 2 master players. There's Todd Gurley and there's JJ Watt. And in order to complete these master sets, like say JJ Watt, I would have to put in 32 of these tokens. Now, the way you get these tokens is by doing sets. So say, for example, I did the Jimmy Graham set. This would not only give me 92 Jimmy Graham, but it would also give me the Saints token. So I'm not gonna lie to you, getting the 96 overall masters is no easy feat. It takes a lot of grinding to get every single set done, but let's get started with some more of the basics. What do you need to be doing in this new promo? Now, the first thing that I would strongly suggest you guys do is clear out your binder. If you've been watching my videos for the past couple of days, you know whenever I've picked up a pack in Madden, I have not sold off the players. Now, the reason why is because for every single Team Diamond set in here, in order to do them, you need an assortment of lower overall players. So like for this Ryan McNeil set, look at this, boys. I need some 81 overall elites. I need some 82s, some 83s, and that will go all the way up to 86s or even 88s in some cases. And if you couldn't tell, because of the fact that we need so many of these lower overall players, 80s, 82s, 83s, 84s, 85s, 86s have all gone up in price a ton. So what I strongly suggest you do is go to your binder, filter it on over by the quality elite right here, and any straggler elites you've been holding onto in your binder, sell them puppies off. To buy Madden 24 coins for the cheapest price on the internet, check out MMOEXP by clicking the link in the description and use promo code SWIFT at checkout for 5% off. Now, in terms of some suggestions as to what players you probably want to sell off first, I would say the most expensive cards are typically the ones in past programs. So like, for example, the Ultimate Kickoff promo, Baker Mayfield right here, if we take a look at his price, he's selling for 20,000 coins when yesterday he was selling for 6,000 coins. So right now, a lot of these older players have gone up in price a ton, fellas. And if you have these players in your binder, sell them off today. There is no reason to wait. There's no reason to hold on to these cards. This is what you waited for. Sell them off today because these cards will not be the same price for the rest of all of Madden 24. And again, if you want to like find the best players to sell off, I would typically say it's cards that came out older in the game. If you find like a Harvest player, those cards won't sell for as many coins because they're a lot easier to obtain, whereas this Mitch Wishnowsky card right here is a lot more difficult to obtain, so he's selling for a lot more coins. This card is selling for 12, 15, 13,000 coins. Compare that to like the Harvest players, they won't be selling for the same price. So I would say if you're going through your binder and you're deciding if you want to sell off all the players, first of all, you probably should sell off all your cards. But second of all, you're probably also going to get a nicer price for cards that came out longer ago. See this card right here only selling for 4.5k. So go through your binder, clear it all out. Any elite players that are really within the 80 to 86 overall range should be sold. Don't hold on to them. I will be selling every single one off from here. There's no reason to have them anymore. They're selling for a nice price and they won't be selling for this price for the rest of the game. Okay, tip number 2, let's talk about our solo challenges. Before we do that though, boys, if you didn't know, I am on the road to 200,000 subscribers over on this YouTube channel, and if we hit 200k subscribers before Christmas time, Underdog Fantasy has agreed to allow me to give away $2,000 to some of my loyal subscribers. I'm going to be probably buying a PlayStation 5 and giving that away. NFL jerseys, NFL tickets. We will have so many giveaways on the channel if we get to 200k subscribers. We gained like 300 subs yesterday. It was incredible. We're on pace to get there. So if you guys want to help me on the journey to 200k and get a chance at winning some absolutely incredible stuff from Underdog Fantasy, hit that sub button down below. Big giveaways are coming if we get to 200k, and hitting that sub button is literally free for you. It doesn't change a thing. It's a great way to support me. So scroll down, hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, getting back on track. Tip number 2, go to your solo challenges and play through the new Team Diamond solos in this game. You don't need to play through all of them, but I would suggest you play until you get to tier number 4. Tier number 4 is giving you an 88 overall Division Dynasty Fantasy pack, and you might be thinking, 88 overall Division Dynasty players, Swift, those can't be selling for that many coins. Well, you would be incorrect, because in these Team Diamond sets, they require an 88 overall Division Dynasty player, so those cards obviously have gone up in price. And as you can see right here, when we go on over to the block and we filter it down by the program Division Dynasty, yeah, you're gonna see these cards are selling for about 100,000 coins. That's a pretty penny. That's a solid amount of coins. You get a player like this for free. You can pick any 88 in this game once you do the solo challenges, so go through, complete the solos, and get like 85 or 90k for free. Okay, moving on the topic of Division Dynasty, let's get into tip number 3, because tip number 3, now we're going to kind of get into some of the meat and potatoes of this program. We're going to start making some coins. Coin method number 1, 88 overall Division Dynasty sets. Now, as we saw before, the most expensive Division Dynasty players are selling for about like 90,000 coins, and to get one of these players and then eventually sell them off, you got to complete a set for them. Now, to do so, you need an 86, 384s, and 482s. So let's take a look at numbers and see if we can do this set profitably. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's only going to cost you 62,000 coins to do this set if you buy players at the prices I tell you right here. Let's start it off with the 86s. Now, for our 86 overall players, we are going to try and find these cards selling for about 20,000 coins. I think that is very, very doable. As you can see, on the first refresh, we see one up for 19k. That's perfect. Next up, 84 overalls. We are going to try and find these cards for 10,000 coins. 10,000 coins is very doable in my personal opinion. As you can see, we're just still on the team of the week filter right here, and we are going to see a ton of them up for under 10,000 coins. So very easily, we'll go through here. We'll buy 3 of these players. It's not difficult at all. We're actually finding them at under the price I showed you, and we don't even need to stipe. This is the first filter I've looked at. And then finally, we also need 482 overall players. For these cards, we want to find them at about like 3,000 to 4,000 coins. I think it's pretty doable to find them at that price. And again, as you can see right here, we're finding these cards on the first refresh. We don't need to look any further to find these players. We'll buy them at 4. We're paying a little bit more for these cards. We paid a little bit less for some of the higher overall players. When we math that out, 20k for the high card, 30k because you're getting 384s at 10,000 coins, and then 12,000 coins should be spent on these 82 to 83 overall players. Add that all up, that is 62k in spend for a card that we can then flip for 90k. Solid profit, doesn't take long at all. It's literally taken me a minute and 30 seconds of recording to get to this point. And I'm not gonna lie to you right here, I actually haven't done the research on who the most expensive Division Dynasty player is in this game. I'm just gonna go out on a limb right here, and I'm gonna do the NFC East set, because typically when it comes to Cowboys fans, when it comes to Eagles fans in Madden, they want their players badly on their team. So we're gonna hope that the Division Dynasty for the NFC East section is the most expensive. Tip number 4, this is probably the most fun one we will talk about in this video, and that's going to be potentially opening packs. As you guys saw, we saw that prices in the market are heavily inflated right now, and we know it's for older promos. So what that kind of leads me to believe is I want to go through here and I want to try and get like core elites. I want to go here and I want to try and get older players. Now, how can I do that? Now, to pull these older cards in Madden, no, I'm not going to be trying the harvest reroll. No, I'm not going to be opening up harvest packs. We know those players aren't that expensive. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try Pro Max Fantasy Packs and Max Fantasy Packs. These are going to give me a nice volume of elite players, which is awesome, and those cards are the ones that are selling for the most amount of coins. We'll try a Pro Max Fantasy Pack right here. We'll spend 75,000 coins on this, and I'm very curious if this is going to make us coins. We started off with a headliner, Rashid Shaheed. If you didn't know, gold players don't have value in these sets. It's only elites. So you're looking for elites, and you're looking for older elites. As we pull in 83 Tyron Smith, that might literally just be the perfect pull that we want in round number 1. Again, we spent a nice amount of coins on this pack. It's not that inexpensive to go through here and open this up. Round number 2 is giving us an 85 Kenneth Walker. That could be very, very interesting. And we also pull an 83 Joshua Palmer. I'll take the Kenneth Walker, and this pack looks interesting. I believe the 83 Tyron Smith and the 85 Kenneth Walker should be inflated according to my calculations. Yeah, this card's selling for 28k. Not a bad deal. Again, probably not going to be enough to make us coins on this, but I think opening these packs is an interesting strategy. Now, I don't know if it's worth it because these packs aren't that amazing, but Tyron Smith right here, 19k, like, right, these cards are selling for a pretty inflated price. So it could be very interesting to give these a rip. It might actually be a better idea to just try out the Max Fantasy Packs right here. We'll try out one of these. I don't know that these are profitable, but I do think they're definitely an interesting opportunity to go through here and open these up. Round number 1, you just want to see the elites. You want to see at least one elite in round number 1. We actually get a coin card, Kyle Pitts, so that's probably going to guarantee us that we make coins in this pack. Round number 2, we actually get to pick 3 players in round number 2, so I'd love to see some elites in here. Hopefully this is going to be one of them. It's going to be an 80 overall Xavier McKinney. That card could have a little bit of value, and an 81 Jonathan Greenard. So, like, those are kind of the perfect players you want to get. As, yeah, we started off by quick selling our Kyle Pitts for 57k. That's going to guarantee we make profit. We also have this 81 Jonathan Greenard, who doesn't look like he went up in price a ton, so that's not amazing right there. And then I believe we also have the 80 overall Xavier McKinney. Did this player go up in price at all? He's 3 to 5k. So I do think these packs are interesting to try out. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Be sure to apply these tips to your team. And if you're not yet subbed to my YouTube channel, I'd greatly appreciate it if you scroll down and hit that red subscribe button. And until next time, I'm out. Peace.